After years of anticipation, the final episode of The Right Side Up arrived, promising answers to every burning question. The 2-hour finale had to resolve Vecna's fate, the battle with the Mind Flayer, and the future of Hawkins' beloved crew. With the introduction of the Abyss, a new perilous realm between worlds, the stakes were higher than ever. Fans wondered, could Eleven and her friends save their town and themselves? The finale delivered action, emotion, and shocking twists, bringing back old faces and testing every character's courage. The threat wasn't just monsters. Human forces wanted to control Eleven's powers, making the fight even more personal. In the end, the story gave a bittersweet but fitting farewell to Hawkins and its heroes. This video will break down Operation Beanstalk, Eleven's sacrifice, and where each character ended up. Let's dive into how their incredible journey concluded. Steve Harrington led the charge with Operation Beanstalk, a risky last-ditch plan to breach the Abyss and confront Vecna at his strongest. The stakes had never been higher, and every member of the crew knew that failure meant the end of everything they loved. The crew's mission was clear, but perilous. Scale a radio tower deep in the Upside Down, using its height and power to pierce a rift into the heart of the Abyss. The tower loomed above them, shrouded in darkness and pulsing with unnatural energy. First, they had to outsmart Dr. K's heavily fortified military blockade, dodging patrols and slipping past soldiers determined to stop them at any cost. Every step was a gamble, every shadow a potential threat. Inside the Upside Down, the team navigated a nightmarish landscape of twisted trees and shifting shadows, relying on Jonathan's steady guidance and the fierce protection of Nancy and Steve. The air was thick with dread, but they pressed on. Robin's quick wit and humor kept spirits high, cutting through the tension when fear threatened to overwhelm them, while Joyce's unwavering determination inspired everyone to keep moving forward, no matter how dire things seemed. The younger crew, Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, and Max, were no longer just kids. They were battle-hardened, united by friendship and the trials they'd survived. Each had grown into a true hero, ready to face whatever came next. Reaching the tower, they began the treacherous climb up its unstable, vine-choked structure, feeling the rift's energy surge beneath their feet. Every rung brought them closer to the unknown, but also to hope. This was the moment they'd been preparing for. Their actions would open the door for Eleven's psychic battle, giving her the chance to face Vecna and save both worlds. Every member risked everything, trusting in each other and Steve's plan. Their courage was tested, but their resolve never wavered. Their unity was their greatest strength, binding them together in the face of overwhelming odds. Together, they prepared to face the darkness at its source, knowing that only by standing side by side could they hope to succeed. The fate of both worlds rested on their shoulders, and as they looked out over the abyss, they knew there was no turning back. As her friends climbed the creaking stairs, hearts pounding with fear and anticipation, they knew the fate of Hawkins rested on more than just their courage. Meanwhile, Eleven steeled herself for a psychic duel inside the dark labyrinth of Vecna's mind, knowing this battle would test her like never before. With Hopper's steady encouragement, she entered the sensory deprivation tank, shutting out the world to focus every ounce of her power. Her mind reached out, searching for a way into Vecna's twisted mental world, where reality and nightmare blurred together. There, she found herself in a nightmarish vision of the Creel house, its halls echoing with the cries of those Vecna had trapped, including Holly Wheeler, whose mind was ensnared in terror. Suddenly Kaylee, her long-lost sister, appeared at her side. Using her illusion-casting abilities, Kaylee helped Eleven navigate the shifting horrors and confusion, giving her the strength to press on. Vecna tried to shatter Eleven's resolve with visions of her past failures and deepest fears, but she refused to give in. Instead, she drew strength from her memories and the love she felt for her friends, letting their support fuel her determination. Max, still psychically linked to Vecna, became Eleven's anchor to reality. Through their connection, Max reminded her of what was truly at stake, the lives of everyone they cared about. Together, Eleven and Kaylee fought through the darkness, freeing the trapped souls one by one. Their hope and resolve became a beacon, pushing back against Vecna's suffocating evil. The showdown revealed the truth about Vecna. He was not just a victim of circumstance, but a willing servant of darkness, embracing evil with chilling intent. Eleven refused to let herself become what Vecna was. She fought not with hatred, but with the fierce determination to protect those she loved, standing her ground even as the odds seemed impossible. Her victory in the mindscape was more than just a personal triumph. It was a turning point, a crucial step in the final plan to save Hawkins. The fate of Hawkins, and perhaps the entire world, now depended on Eleven's strength, courage, and the bond she shared with her friends. This epic psychic battle set the stage for the ultimate confrontation, where the future of everyone hung in the balance. Thanks to Operation Beanstalk, the Hawkins crew entered the Abyss, a chaotic, lawless realm where Vecna and the Mind Flayer awaited. Armed with makeshift weapons and unbreakable courage, the group faced their greatest challenge yet. The Mind Flayer towered above, while Vecna attacked with monstrous speed. Steve and Nancy led the charge, Jonathan provided cover, and Robin spotted enemy weaknesses. Joyce fought fiercely, determined to protect everyone. The younger crew, Lucas, Dustin, Will, Mike, and Max, fought with skill and heart, their bond stronger than ever. Will's connection to the Upside Down gave them a tactical edge, while Mike's belief in 11 kept hope alive. Together, they fought as one, exploiting every opportunity and protecting each other. No longer scared kids, they were heroes, fighting for their town, their families, and their future. Their teamwork and love proved more powerful than any monster. In the heart of the Abyss, friendship was their greatest weapon. Just as the crew escaped the Abyss, their relief was short-lived. The forest, once a place of refuge, now felt like a trap closing in around them. Dr. K's military forces, highly trained and merciless, ambushed them with ruthless precision. Dr. K herself, cold and relentless, saw 11 and her kind as threats to be controlled or destroyed. Her eyes betrayed no sympathy, only a chilling resolve. Their victory over Vecna was cut short as they were captured at gunpoint, hope slipping away as the soldiers closed in. Meanwhile, a bomb planted deep in the Upside Down was set to destroy the Dark Dimension forever, threatening to erase everything within it. With time running out, the crew faced a new enemy, not monsters from another world, but the very real dangers of human fear and prejudice. Dr. K's mission was clear: capture 11, end the threat, and make sure no one with her abilities would ever walk free again. The soldiers blocked every escape, determined to prevent anyone like her from existing again, no matter the cost. The conflict shifted from supernatural evil to the dangers of human mistrust, suspicion turning neighbors into enemies. The crew's fight was no longer just for survival, but for their right to exist, to be accepted for who they were. Now, they fought for their freedom and the future of all gifted children, hoping to break the cycle of fear. 11 faced a devastating choice: save her friends, or risk everything for a chance at a better world. If she failed, the cycle of fear and exploitation would continue, trapping others like her in the shadows. The stakes had never been higher, and every second brought new risks and impossible decisions. The battle for Hawkins became a battle for the soul of humanity, as the world watched and waited for the outcome. The next decision would change everything, not just for 11 and her friends, but for everyone with a gift, and for the future of Hawkins itself. Surrounded by soldiers and a ticking bomb, 11 made the ultimate choice. With Kaylee's help, she enacted a secret plan: unleash a psychic wave to erase the genetic trait for powers, ending the cycle of exploitation forever. This meant sacrificing her own abilities, and her life, to protect future generations from suffering as she had. In a tearful farewell, she embraced Hopper, her father figure, and Mike, her first love, promising she'd always be with them. As the wave spread, 11 dissolved into light, her powers gone, her friends devastated. The bomb detonated, sealing the Upside Down for good. Dr. K's mission ended. There would be no more children like 11. 11's sacrifice was an act of pure love, ending the pain that began with her. Her friends mourned, but her legacy was hope and freedom. The world was finally safe. 11's journey ended not as a weapon, but as a hero. Her selflessness defined the series' final moments. Hawkins would never forget her. The story jumped forward 18 months to a sunny Hawkins graduation. Mike, Will, Dustin, Lucas, and Max sat together, older and forever changed. The town had healed, and the Upside Down was fading into memory. Joyce and Hopper, now a couple, watched proudly, joined by Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, and Robin. Graduation marked both an end and a beginning for the friends. Their bond, forged in darkness, was unbreakable. As they prepared for new adventures, nostalgia and hope filled the air. The trauma they endured made them stronger, ready to face adulthood. The epilogue offered closure for every major character. Despite loss, they found peace and purpose. Life in Hawkins at last was normal again. The epilogue showed each character's new path. Mike grieved Eleven, but carried her memory, sensing her presence in quiet moments. Will found peace and confidence, free from the upside-down shadow. Dustin headed to university, eager to change the world with his intellect. Lucas and Max, reunited and resilient, found happiness together. Steve became a mentor, Nancy a journalist, Jonathan a photographer. Joyce and Hopper built a loving home, finally at peace. Robin thrived, embraced for who she was. Eleven's sacrifice gave them all a chance at normal lives. Her love and bravery inspired them to move forward, stronger than ever. The finale, The Right Side Up, delivered a powerful, emotional end to Vecna, and the Mind Flayer were defeated, the Upside Down destroyed, and the crew's journey reached its climax. Eleven's sacrifice was the heart of the story, embodying love and heroism. The time jump showed life goes on, with each character finding hope and purpose. At its core, the series was always about friendship, how it can overcome any darkness. The Hawkins kids saved the world not just with powers, but with loyalty and love. Their legacy is one of courage, unity, and hope. The world is finally right side up, and the kids from Hawkins are all right.